Hello and welcome, campus. So happy to see you guys today. My name is Ms. McIntosh and I'm looking forward so much to working with you grades levels 3, 4, and 5. Today we're going to talk about story elements. We know that our literary texts, our fables, our storybooks, they all have different parts for the names of our stories. Fairy tales, fable, folklores. We know that they have story parts and they're called story elements. So our story elements consist of, in our stories, the setting, that's when and where the story takes place. The characters, this can be people or animals in our stories. And the plot. The plot are the events that takes place in the story. Problem, something that goes wrong. And solution is how the problem is fixed or solved. Okay. We're going to take a look at a short story today called Chasing Charlie. And hopefully we'll be able to determine these story elements. Let's look at the story elements again. And I want you to jot these down in your journals. Story elements in our literary texts are setting. Give you a minute to write that down. Characters. Plot. Problem. And I heard someone say solution. Yes, you have 5 parts to your story. Settings, characters, plot, and solution. Okay, Chasing Charlie. On Monday, as Simone walked down the apartment hallway, Miss Grisman peeked out from the door. Could you take care of Charlie for a few days? I'll be visiting my new grandbaby. Oh yes, Simone said. Of course. I have the key. She loved playing with Mrs. Grisman's cat. Since Simone's mother was allergic, Simone couldn't have one of her own. So Simone was planning to have 12 cats when she grew up. Running downstairs, she already couldn't wait for school to be over. Okay, let's stop and think right there, boys and girls. We said that our stories have settings, literary texts, characters, plot, problem, and solution. Okay, let's take a look at Chasing Charlie. What is the setting here? Remember, a story can have more than one setting. Yes, you are right, the apartment hallway. That's where Simone was. That's the setting right there. Do we see any other settings in the story? Remember to always reread your text too, okay? Rereading is a very, very important strategy. Could you take care of Charlie for a few days? I'll be visiting my new grandbaby. Oh yes, Simone said, of course. I have the key. She loved playing with Mrs. Grisman's cat. Since Simone's mother was allergic, Simone couldn't have one of her own. Simone was planning to have 12 cats when she grew up. Running downstairs, she already couldn't wait. Okay, running downstairs. That's another setting. Simone is running downstairs. See, I told you? There's more, usually a lot of times, and just times there's only one setting, but there's usually the setting always shifts. Okay, boys and girls, that was great. Let's take a look at the characters. Who are the characters in this story? Did I hear Malcolm say Simone? You are so right, Malcolm. Simone is one of your characters. And I heard KK said Mrs. Grisman. Okay, so we know that stories can have more than one character too. Okay, now let's take a look at the plot. This can sometimes be very tricky because the plot is all the events that's taking place in the story that makes up the story. Okay, it's everything that's happening. So we know that Miss Grizzly is going away to see her grandbaby. That's a part of the plot. She asks Simone to watch her kitten. That's a part of the plot. And Simone was so excited to watch the kittens because Simone couldn't have any kittens because her mom, I think, was allergic. What is the meaning of that word, allergic? Did I hear someone said she couldn't, that it made her sick? You are so right. Allergic means that she couldn't stand to be around them. It gave her some health issues. Okay, so those things there, those are the plot. Now let's look at the problem. We have a problem here? Well, yes, we know that Simoon's mother was allergic to the cats. And so Simoon couldn't have a cat of her own. So, and how did Simoon solve that problem? That was the problem. Simoon couldn't have a cat of her own because her mom was allergic. So we know that if there's a problem, we need to fix that. That's called a solution. So how did Simoon solve that problem? Well, let me give you an opportunity to think about that. How did Simoon solve the problem of not being able to have a cat? Let's think. I want you guys to stop, think, and jot. Okay? And if you have someone at home you want to turn and talk with, then let's turn and talk. Wow, KK. I heard you say that Simoon's mother was allergic to cats, so because of this, Simoon enjoyed watching Mrs. Grisman's cat. Boys and girls, you are so awesome and amazing, and I want you to keep in mind the elements of a story: literary text, settings, characters, plot, problem, and solution. Boys and girls, remember to always believe in yourself. Remember to stay safe, stay focused, and have a great day.